This is Carolina's News Channel 36.
Now at 4, the snow is back. Check out First Warn Doppler radar. What's different this time, the farther south you live, the more you could get. And check out what's already fallen as storms take aim from Texas to the Florida Panhandle. This video just into us from Dallas. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at 4. I'm Bobby Sisk. This is all part of a storm that's dropping snow across the south, including Mobile, Alabama. We'll check in there in a bit, but first, we want to show you what's going to happen here. Our chief meteorologist, Brad Panovich, is tracking the storm live in the First Warn Storm Center.
Yeah, let's break down all the warnings and advisories we have out there. Winter storm warnings in effect for all the counties shaded in kind of that purple shade. But I tell you what, this may be extended to the north as we go into the evening in Mecklenburg County. I think the southern half of Mecklenburg County is actually going to reach warning criteria. The northern half, though, may not. You can see all those areas in the white. That is what we have under right now as a winter weather advisory. You can see the snow moving up. It is coming down heavily now in parts of Georgia, from Atlanta all the way down to Montgomery, Alabama, and snow now mixing in from Columbia all the way to Clemson, South Carolina. And I'm just getting reports now in the last couple of minutes of snow in Shelby, Newton, and even a little bit of flurry activity showing up in Union County, North Carolina. But look at the snow just popping up here in Columbia. It's right along Interstate 26, and it's about an hour away, I think, from reaching the Charlotte metro area. But these areas in Rock Hill, down towards Great Falls, Lancaster, up towards Shelby, Gaston County, Lincoln County, and Hickory, you'll start seeing snow within the next 20 minutes or so. It'll start light, but it's going to pick up as we go through the evening. Now, temperatures are just above the freezing mark here at the surface, but you only have to go about a couple hundred feet above the ground, and it's below zero all the way up to the jet stream level. So this will fall as snow even if the surface temperatures remain just above the freezing mark. The snow picks up in intensity, and by 11 o'clock, that's when the heaviest will be coming down. It'll start to wind down tomorrow morning. Now, coming up, we'll take a look at how much snow could fall, plus I have an updated look at our snow meter. We'll let you know what that says coming up in just a couple minutes.
Okay, Brad, thank you. The weather heading here is triggering some changes for Charlotte-Mecklenburg High School basketball games tonight. JV games have been canceled. Girls varsity basketball games start at 4:30, and boys games start immediately after the girls games. Also, tomorrow's Cupid Cup 5K race has been postponed until next Saturday at 8 a.m. This latest snowstorm is dipping as far south as the Sunshine State. Check out this video into us from Bruton, Florida, in the Panhandle. As you can see, it is starting to fall there. That storm stretching as far back, though, as Texas. You can see near whiteout conditions today in Fort Worth, and that led to a lot of cancellations at the airports there in the Dallas area. You don't see this picture very often either. This is from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, hundreds of miles to the east of Dallas. It's the first time since the late 40s that the state capital has gotten snow 2 winters in a row. Mobile, Alabama is also getting hit right now. The mayor there is wondering how people will drive.
I think a number of people are learning. This is a learning process to actually drive in the snow. But I think that most people accept it pretty well because we have so much rain here. I think that people will be able to say in 2010 it snowed during Mardi Gras. I think you'll hear that in the future.
So unusual there. Back here at home, though, state and Charlotte DOT crews are fanned out right now, preparing for the rush hour commute, especially once the snow starts falling. They'll stay on the job long after that to make sure the roads are safe.
We're anticipating possibly more problems with moisture on the street as a result of the snow and the freezing temperatures later on in the evening hours and morning hours tomorrow morning.
Meteorologist Daniela Lopez is live from our mobile newsroom in Indian Trail this afternoon. Daniela, give us an idea of what we're expecting there in Union County. First question, are you seeing any flurries yet?
Well, no snow yet here, Bobby, but Union County here, we are under a winter storm warning until tomorrow morning, but I want to show you where we're at. We're here in Indian Trail along U.S. Highway 74, one of the major thoroughfares here in Union County, and this is one of the main roads that the crews are concentrating, laying down that salt brine, not only here in Union County, North Carolina, but South Carolina. Crews are bracing for an extremely long weekend. Salt brine trucks early this morning hit the road in Chester, covering roads with saltwater solution to keep snow from sticking to the ground. Now, once that snow does accumulate, crews will plow the roads. Crews are working 12-hour shifts in South Carolina. Here in North Carolina, state DOT crews preparing all major highways and prepping primary roads in Union and Mecklenburg County. In Mecklenburg County, 40 trucks are on the streets right now. Of course, drivers are dreading maneuvering in the slick roads.
So if you're not really used to it, how are you going to drive in it?
No,
Not at all?
No, not unless I have to.
What are you going to do instead? Just
Stay home. Off the roads, yeah.
Is it the roads that are bad, or is it just bad drivers?
Well, I guess both. Some people go too fast.
Back out here live, we're looking at typical Friday afternoon traffic. It took us quite a bit of time to get from Charlotte to right here in Indian Trail. A lot of people buzzing around, just want to try to beat the winter weather. Of course, nothing is happening just yet. It is cold out here, and crews will continue to scour the primary roads here in Union County to make sure all of the drivers are safe. We're live here in Union County. I'm Daniela Lopez for News Channel 36.
Well, thank you. We'll be checking back in with you throughout the evening. We're keeping a close eye on how this later winter blast is affecting air travel across the South. Here in Charlotte, FlightStats.com says we're seeing some moderate delays at this hour, obviously not yet due to the weather. There are significant delays, though, in Greenville, South Carolina, and they're listed as excessive in Birmingham and at the nation's busiest airport in Atlanta. Mike Seidel from the Weather Channel joins us now from Atlanta, where the snow's been coming down for a few hours. Mike, you're in the thick of it there.
Yes, and travel is not happening very much today, Bobby, here at ATL. Delta, the major air carrier, did a very preemptive strike yesterday, canceling around 1,100 flights in and out of here. That's a lot of their schedule at an airport which is the world's busiest, with a daily rundown of 2,700 outbounds and arrivals. So that has helped things. They're de-icing, and about 70% of the flights on the board inside have been canceled. You do see that flights are going out of here, and because they've taken so many off the schedule, it's not really causing a huge impact on the flights that are going in and out of here. Delays are generally less than an hour. We've been snowing since early this afternoon. It's actually starting to stick on the sidewalk. And, well, you're used to this up in the Queen City and the Charlotte area. We've got about a quarter of an inch. But the roads around Atlanta now are going downhill. People in the South kind of, freak out when it snows. So there are a lot of issues on the interstates here in Atlanta. Now, this is going to wrap up here earlier than in Charlotte. We're thinking about 8 or 9 o'clock, an inch or two. Then overnight temperatures fall back into the low and mid-20s. But unlike the storm we had here back on January 7th, I call it a storm, use that term loosely, we officially had 0.6 of an inch. We're not going into the deep freeze, meaning temperatures tomorrow afternoon will be around 40 or so. We'll have the sun out, and that should help the driving situation here and across the southeast, where they've had upwards of 4 to 5 inches of snow in parts of Alabama. It snowed on the palm trees in Mobile. And Dallas-Fort Worth with an all-time storm total, a biggest storm on record yesterday and last night, just over a foot of snow in Dallas. So we consider ourselves lucky here, and likewise for those of you up there in the Western Carolinas. Bobby, back to you.
All right, the Weather Channel's Mike Seidel live for us in Atlanta, giving us a great view of the snow falling there. By the way, you can stay on top of airport delays and much more, all under the severe weather page. That's on our website, WCNC.com. Just click on weather. Coming up here, tragedy at the